From a sold-out TD Garden, the Celtics hold a 3-1 series advantage after winning Game 4 on Sunday in Orlando, 107-98. In that game, Jason Tatum had 37. Here's Jaylen Brown getting the scoring started. Orlando is in the game on Sunday, tied it at 91 with 4:18 to go. But they saw the experienced Celtics go on a run. There's Paolo Banchero, first points of the night for Orlando. When you pick up the pace, things like that happen.
Yeah, sometimes there's going to be turnovers when you push the pace, but Orlando's going to have to roll the dice because they're not scoring that well in the half court. They're going to have to get transition buckets tonight.
Porzingis, his second consecutive possession, getting a shot off. 6-6 game. 8 minutes to go, first quarter. Here's Porzingis driving. Porzingis, the bucket and the foul. Got to get back for the Magic. Nabil mentioned the word physicality. There's been a lot of that in this series. Franz Wagner driving. Wagner getting the roll.
One, that's tough right there. So I will say some of those fouls have had a little bit extra spice on them. Just a little bit. They want, the Orlando Magic want to make sure you know when you've been fouled.
Turnover. Here comes Carter. And now a three-point game.
And that's the problem with this Orlando Magic ball club. You have two great scorers when you look at Banchero and Wagner. They can absolutely get it done as they've been carrying this team in this series. But there's not enough shooting between those two guys. You see KCP knock down.
Remember, he made his name winning 2 titles shooting threes for the Lakers and Nuggets. That was first three. KCP coming up with a steal. Now he gets it back. Is he feeling it? Maybe.
Definitely is. Listen, we know this young man has that championship level for Al, the senior citizen.
That's right. Just the second player, 38 or older, to have 5 blocks in a playoff game. Here's Banchero. It rattles in. Defensive team in the NBA this regular season. Harris hounding Pritchard. 8 on the shot clock. Cornette looking for Tatum. Tatum throws it down.
Excellent pass by.
Top of the key for Tatum. Tatum has scored 73 points over his last 2 games. Did not play in game 2 with a right bone bruise. Tatum, the step back on Banchero. That's tough. 0 for 4. And they committed 6 turnovers over the first 12 minutes. Wagner, one-handed runner goes. So Wagner now up to 9. Close enough to earn the Magic the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference.
And Cole Anthony Lee is the wild card for this Magic team. Like you see Porzingis with the and one. And so one guy has some fouls, you just sub him out, and you don't lose much when you go to your bench.
Porzingis, mismatch there. The double comes over. Great feed to Hauser. Great pass in the first quarter. Way off on that 3. Here comes Jaylen Brown. Picks up by Caldwell Pope. Brown, reverse, fancy move.
That has been a problem. Like I said it earlier, I said it again, it's been a problem all season. The Magic get quality looks, but they do not knock them down at a high rate.
White fakes on a 3, drives. Anthony there, commits the foul. Derek White will get a 3. The old school for Horford, so they're still 0 for 6 from 3.
And that's the second time Horford's had his toe on the line.
Wagner, 7 on the shot clock. Playing with Cornette out there. Wagner, the step back. Wagner over the 7-2 Cornette. Over to Banchero. Magic said they wanted to play at a faster pace. They certainly feel like they are, but they turn it over. 4th turnover of the game. Brown right back down the other way. Brown, nice move, rising to the occasion, and it's a 2-point game. Under 95 points per game. So far, they've got 45. Horford going up and couldn't get it to go down. Up to Banchero. Banchero, bucket and 1. 38 seconds to go. Boston down by 6. Boston number 1 in the NBA in 3-point makes per game, 3-point attempts per game, and 3-point percent for Boston. So the shot clock will be off. Always watch for Peyton Pritchard in these situations. He's the inbounder. Tatum, shot clock off, 3 seconds. Tatum fakes one way, goes the other way, and throws it down. With 0.8 of a second to go, Tatum with an exclamation mark. In there for Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Joseph driving on Pritchard. No, Carter, the offensive board and putback.
And we just talked about
53-48 Orlando. Magic season on the brink. Boston looking to join Indiana and Cleveland in the second round. Tatum, the first 3 of the game for Boston. Right to him. Mid-range jumper, no. Tatum pulls it down. Wagner leads the way with 17 points for the Magic. He's now 6 of 12 from the field. Brown the fadeaway. There you go. Tatum and Brown have scored all 9 points for the Celtics this quarter. They trail by 2 at the half. Brown driving. Brown scores.
Brown team needs rest in the worst way.
Down low to Isaac. Nobody there to contest. Tatum's got Batadze on an island.
He's got to drive this.
Here comes Wagner.
Orlando's going to double. That's smart defense right there. Do not allow Tatum to go one-on-one with a weak defensive player.
Pritchard.
His last 2 games, he combined for only 3 points. 4 points here tonight.
Wagner hasn't hit a 3. Drives on Porzingis. Off the window. He's got 21.
He feels like he can exploit that matchup anytime he wants to.
Again, Batadze guarding Tatum. 3 ball. Good. In the playoffs, which is pretty impressive. Horford number 2 among active players in postseason games played. Corner for that man. There he is. Big Al. Caleb Houston committing it. Jason Tatum's got 26. Tatum the 3. 29. Oh, wow. 5-second game and shot clock differential. Tatum's been on fire. Tatum, corner, Horford, 2. At the buzzer. Good! It beat the shot clock. Boston, Paolo Banchero back out on the court. As it is desperation mode for the Magic with their season on the line. Pritchard, deep triple try. Boston struggled tonight from 3, but still have found a way. Pritchard seems to call for a push-off, misses. Comes back to Pritchard. White, back to Pritchard. Pritch, please! Played the 5th.
Yeah, okay.
Wagner, he's 0 for 4 from distance. Banchero, no-look feed for Wendell Carter Jr.
Nice pass by Banchero right there. Cutting all alone.
Pritchard hounded by Black. Over to Brown. Brown thinks about it, then pulls. Remember when Boston couldn't hit one from 3?
That seemed like ages ago.
They were 0 for 7 to start the game. Remember when Boston couldn't hit one from 3?
That seemed like ages ago.
They were 0 for 7 to start the game. Wagner, no look behind the back flipping.
Was he even looking at the basket? Wow, the degree of difficulty on that Franz Wagner shot was
in this game. Orlando led by as many as 9 in the first half. Led by 2 at the break. It's now 94-71 Boston. Brown looking for more. Drops it off for Cornette.
Great extra pass right there by Brown. Getting 2 feet in that paint, causing a problem, and then dropping the dime off for the big fella. Gotta let your big fellas eat.
19 tonight. Wagner driving on Cornette. Rejection.
We talked about his defense.
Horford to Brown. 3. You betcha! Banchero spinning, got in LA. Celtics have outscored the Magic 56-29 in the half.
Those young Thundercats in Minnesota are hungry.
Tatum, deep triple try. He's fouled. 4-point play opportunity. Jason Tatum back-to-back 30-point games.
Incredible.
Now, Magic put up a fight. They made Boston feel them in this series. There's no doubt about it. Their defense, their grit, their physicality was impressive. But the experience showed out for Joe Mazzulla and the defending champs. Boston is bound for the second round. They win in